How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation mid-year deal sale is running from now until July 1st, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $30, 50% off, Forza Horizon 5 is an open-world racing game set across the vibrant landscapes of Mexico, offering hundreds of the world's greatest cars in limitless driving adventures across deserts, jungles, cities, and coastlines. Explore dynamic environments, participate in seasonal events, and take on challenges from high-speed races to off-road escapades, all while customizing and upgrading your vehicles with deep tuning options. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2 is the deeply emotional sequel to the award-winning Senua's Sacrifice, following Senua's harrowing journey of survival through the myth and madness of Viking Iceland. Determined to rescue those tormented by tyranny, she must once again confront both the horrors around her and the darkness within, while navigating haunting landscapes filled with mythic beasts and perilous environmental challenges. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $33, 70% off, Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition is an action-adventure where you live the life of a cunning outlaw in a richly detailed galaxy, combining the base game and season pass, including the A Pirate's Fortune and Wildcard story packs. Explore bustling cities and sprawling landscapes on your speeder, tackle high-stakes missions, and pilot your ship in intense dogfights, while every choice shapes your reputation and opportunities. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a standalone action RPG where Cloud and his friends journey across a vibrant world after escaping the dystopian city of Midgar, seeking Sephiroth and uncovering new mysteries. Explore expansive regions filled with side quests and minigames, traverse the planet on chocobos and other unique transportation, and engage in strategic, team-based combat that deepens relationships and unlocks powerful combos. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $40, 20% off, The Elder Scrolls IV Obvlion Remastered is a classic open-world RPG with modern visuals and refined gameplay, where you explore Cyrodiil and stop the forces of Oblivion from overtaking the land in one unforgettable journey. Travel through recreated landscapes, battle across the plains of Oblivion, forge your path as a warrior, assassin, or sorcerer, and master swordcraft and magic while interacting with a memorable cast. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $32, 35% off, Avowed is a first-person fantasy action RPG set in the living lands of Eora, where you play an envoy of Aether investigating a mysterious plague that soon becomes deeply personal. Explore a vibrant frontier filled with diverse environments, creatures, and factions, fight with fluid combat combining swords, spells, and guns, and shape your journey through choices that affect companions, the world, and your own character's fate. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Nier Automata Game of the Yorha Edition is a post-apocalyptic action RPG following the Yorha android squad as they battle invading machine lifeforms in a beautifully desolate world. You'll engage in high-speed combat that blends hack-and-slash action with shooter mechanics, explore hauntingly gorgeous environments, and uncover a deeply emotional story full of existential themes, philosophical questions, and multiple endings. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $35, 30% off, Octopath Traveler 0 is the newest entry in the series, set in the realm of Orstera and telling an epic story of restoration and retribution over the Divine Rings. The beloved HD 2D visuals, path actions, and break and boost battle system all return, joined by new features including character creation, town building, and a skill system that lets you learn abilities from allies and pass them on to others, all with a party of up to 8 characters. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $28, 60% off, Final Fantasy XVI Complete Edition is a cinematic action RPG following Clive Rosfield, a warrior whose life is upended by tragedy as he hunts the dark icon Ifrit across the war-torn realms of Valistia in a dark, mature narrative. Its striking presentation, orchestral score, and added content from Echoes of the Fallen and the Rising Tide expand the world with new quests, dungeons, and bosses for a fuller experience. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 60% off. Octopath Traveler 2 is a JRPG blending HD 2D pixel art and 3D CG to create a beautifully detailed, immersive world where 8 travelers each follow unique paths filled with personal goals and emotional storylines. Explore Celestia's diverse regions, from bustling cities to open seas, engaging in strategic combat using familiar break and boost mechanics while developing each character's jobs and path actions to shape your journey. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 95 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 60% off. Death Stranding Director's Cut is an open-world action adventure from Hideo Kojima, where courier Sam Bridges traverses a fractured America to reconnect isolated cities after a supernatural cataclysm. You'll haul vital cargo across hostile terrain, confront spectral BTs, and engage with the social strand system in a uniquely asynchronous way that lets players indirectly support one another through shared structures and tools. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For 28 bucks, 65% off. Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe Edition is an expansive open-world action RPG set in the magical universe of Harry Potter, letting you explore Hogwarts and its surroundings in the 1800s. The Deluxe Edition adds the Thestral Mount, Dark Arts Battle Arena, exclusive cosmetic sets, the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop Quest, and special items like the Onyx Hippogriff Mount and Felix Felis's Recipe, enhancing both gameplay and style. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 50% off. Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is the ultimate version of the acclaimed RPG, featuring all original content plus extra character scenarios, orchestral or original soundtrack options, and enhanced visuals. Embark on an epic journey as the chosen hero hunted across the vast world of Erdrea and unite a band of loyal companions to overthrow dark forces threatening to plunge the realm into chaos. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For 15 bucks, 70% off. Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age is a high-definition remaster of the classic JRPG, rebuilt with modernized battle systems, a revamped Zodiac job system, and enhanced visuals that bring the world of Ivalice to life like never before. You'll follow Princess Ashe, Vaughn, and a cast of unlikely heroes across a war-torn kingdom, engaging in strategic real-time combat, exploring sprawling cities and dungeons, and uncovering political intrigue. It's a 91 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 40% off. Dead Cells Medley of Pain Bundle is a Metroidvania-inspired roguelite where you'll master fast-paced Souls-like combat through an ever-changing castle and hordes of enemies. This bundle includes the base game plus all major DLC, The Bad Seed, The Queen in the Sea, Fatal Falls, and Return to Castlevania, adding new enemies, weapons, and late-game pathways, including teaming up with Richter Belmont and Alucard to conquer Dracula's castle. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 35 bucks, 30% off. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles is a tactical RPG set in Ivalice, where nobles, commoners, and gods collide during the War of the Lions in a richly detailed world. You follow Ramza and Delita as they navigate political intrigue, personal loyalty, and divine mysteries, engaging in deep strategic battles across 3D isometric fields filled with varied terrain, environmental hazards, and complex turn-order dynamics. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 77% off, Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition is an open-world western where you play as Arthur Morgan, an outlaw navigating loyalty and survival as the Vanderlyn gang fights to endure in a changing America. Explore vast frontier, engage in dynamic combat and missions, and experience both story mode and Red Dead Online as you hunt, rob, and build your life across a detailed world shaped by your choices. It's a 95 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For 29 bucks, 58% off, Rise of the Ronin is an open-world action RPG set in 1863 Japan, where a nameless Ronin navigates a nation in turmoil as the Tokugawa shogunate collapses and Western forces arrive. With story choices that shape historical outcomes, deep yet accessible combat blending melee weapons and period firearms, and a detailed Bakumatsu-era open world inspired by real events and figures, it offers a flexible and character-focused journey. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For 21 bucks, 70% off, Mortal Kombat 1 Definitive Edition is the ultimate version of NetherRealm's reboot, combining cinematic combat, cameo-assisted fights, and a massive selection of characters and extras in one stacked package. Paul Liu Kang's newly forged timeline as shifting alliances, multiverse threats, and the Chaos Reign story expansion push the saga into darker territory, filled with explosive confrontations and signature MK chaos. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 67% off, Grand Theft Auto V is an action-packed open-world adventure where three criminals, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, navigate the ruthless underworld of Los Santos, planning high-stakes heists in a city teeming with opportunity. You'll explore a vast, detailed city filled with dynamic events, side activities, and hidden secrets, seamlessly switching between characters to tackle missions with strategy, skill, and chaotic creativity. It's a 96 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown Complete Edition is a Metroidvania blending time-bending combat, platforming, and exploration into a mythological adventure full of challenges and breathtaking moments. Follow Sargon as he journeys through Mount Kaf to rescue Prince Ghassan, navigating Persian-inspired biomes and confronting mythological bosses, with a complete edition including the Mask of Darkness expansion. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $30, 25% off, Diablo 2 Resurrected Infernal Edition includes the remaster of Diablo 2 and its Lord of Destruction expansion, plus the new Reign of the Warlock DLC adding the Warlock class with 3 unique skill paths. Master over 200 skills across 8 classes, vanquish the Burning Hells in 8-player co-op, and take on expanded endgame challenges including Terror Zones and the Colossal Ancients fight. It's an 88 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and over 1,000 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. The Last of Us Part 2 is an action-adventure that blends intense stealth combat, survival mechanics, and a deeply emotional, unforgettable story set in a brutal post-pandemic world. You follow Ellie years after her journey across the United States as a violent event shatters her fragile peace and sends her on a relentless quest for justice, confronting the devastating physical and emotional consequences of her actions. It's a 93 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, Nier Replicant is an action RPG where you play a young man traveling a ruined world with the magical tome Grimoire Vice, seeking the sealed verses to cure his sister Yona's terminal illness before it's too late. You'll battle twisted shades using fluid real-time combat, explore melancholy landscapes, and unravel a layered narrative filled with cryptic lore, shifting perspectives, and powerful emotional revelations. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is a stunning reimagining of the classic RPG that started the legendary Erdrick trilogy, beautifully rebuilt in Square Enix's signature HD 2D engine. You'll embark on a grand quest across the vast world of Alyahan as Ortega's child, assembling a custom party of heroes with unique vocations, appearances, voices, skills, and abilities, including the all-new Monster Wrangler class exclusive to this version. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.